Good morning, Paul Demerico, Operations Section Chief for Rocky Mountain Team 1. Today's the morning update and today's plan for October 23rd. We'll begin over here in Branch 1. Again, it sounded like a broken record a couple days in a row now, but that's a good thing because this is all looking really good. No issues, no concerns. We do have resources spread out across this landscape, making sure that the fire doesn't pick up or spot across some of these interior islands. We continue to get equipment, pumps, hose lays, and those types of things out of this area and refurbished, and we're transferring that equipment down into these areas in here. We got going down into Branch 2. Continue to have quite a bit of success in here. Just we went direct in here. We burned out a little bit down in here. This is still looking really good with hand line. We added some containment line right in here. We're monitoring the fire just south of the Buckhorn Road right here. It's pretty steep, so as far as inserting resources, we feel like the fire is for the most part parked, but we are monitoring that situation. We did a little burnout here to secure this. That's looking really good. We did add some containment line down County Road 27 in Division Victor, keeping the fire west of County Road 27. I'm feeling confident about where that's at. We don't expect any movement farther to the east. We had boots all the way on the ground, all the way around Division Uniform yesterday, continuing to mop up that piece of ground and securing it. We don't expect any more activity or growth on the spot fire. We did have firefighters all the way around that yesterday. We did continue to, we did go direct here with hand line and dozer line. We continue to secure that. We do have folks spread out across this to prevent fire or forward progression of fire spread to the south. Looking really good in this community above Cedar Park. Yesterday in the Storm Mountain in the retreat area, we put a dozer line right into this area into here. Let me see this. Yeah, right in here. And so what we did that for is what we did that a few days ago is to deflect, to protect the community of Storm Mountain, but also as the fire backs down the hill, what we're doing is staying with it, even with it, and bringing fire down that dozer line as the fire moves down the mountain to protect so it doesn't come back up and impact structures in the community of Storm Mountain. On the same for the retreat, as the fire comes down the hill, we've got a multitude of roads, hand line, and dozer line in here that connect down to the 43. So we're staying even with that. And eventually this will all be filled in by fire. But due to the terrain and some of the steep country in there, we're not able to pick that up direct. So we're having to essentially herd the fire down to County Road 43. I do want to talk a little bit about structure Pingree. So we've been talking about that quite a bit. I got to go out and look at that yesterday. I get updates throughout the day from my resources, so I try to get out once in a while and check out pieces of ground just to validate some of the things that I'm hearing from my folks on the ground. And I just wanted to see what, we continue to mop up in there. We don't show any containment. And after seeing it yesterday, I want to talk a little bit about I want to talk a little bit about the geography of the area. A lot of these ridge lines, very steep. A lot of the ridge lines don't line up, a lot of steep canyons. So there's really not a whole heck of a lot of good suppression control features out along the the structure Pingree area. And there's a lot of areas where the fire burned hot, just above the communities, but also there's like 100-acre pockets of a dirty burn or islands that didn't burn that continue to have minimal activity where it puts up a little smoke here and there. So it's important for us to maintain a presence in there to make sure that if the fire does and some of those unburned islands get a little bit active, we don't want it to spot into any of the infrastructure in there. So we'll continue to have a presence in here for the foreseeable future, as long as there's a threat of those interior islands becoming active. And we're talking only like 25 to 100-acre pockets. But Mother Nature, for the most part, or substantial or measurable moisture is what's going to end up mitigating that threat overall. I do want to talk a little bit about Estes Park and talk about the East Troublesome fire. So yesterday's briefing, I mentioned this was an incredible run that the fire made. Really, that's an unprecedented fire run in that fuel type. Due to the energy this fire had, it's spotted over the Continental Divide and down in east of the Continental Divide. Due to the geography of the area, there's another incident management team that's managing the the East Troublesome fire. Due to the geography, it's about a 4-hour trip to get around to that side of the fire. So they have asked us, our incident management team on the Cameron Peak fire, to assist them in the suppression of that or the protection of Estes Park. So due to the lay of the land and where this sits, we're still scouting quite a bit out there. Direct suppression action is not possible, just where that's at. So we're looking at defensive structure protection tactics to defend any fire from impacting Estes Park. So we've got a couple different ideas. This was new yesterday. We have a lot of firefighters on the ground out there, and we're assessing some of the road systems in here. And there've been a lot of good field treatments that have been done in the park that we're going to be able to utilize for that. So we do have a lot of folks in here. We did order another round of surge resources from the state of Colorado to assist us with this operation. And so we're still kind of getting our feet on the ground in here and getting a lay of the land. But hopefully time and space will give us some time and space so we can get some folks in here and be able to have that defensive action. I also want to talk a little bit about upcoming weather. We have getting more and more positive reports from our incident meteorologists that moisture is on its way. What that looks like, we are going to get moisture. Is it going to be a foot of snow, 6 inches of snow? We still don't know, but we do know it's going to aid our efforts. Thank you.